Welcome back. Thank you for joining me. Plenty going on. There's 3 live battles, I think, and lots going on in the north and the east. And lots to talk about for what's happened. So we're getting in there with Algeria and mopping up Egypt and setting the scene for the next front and the next attack wave. Taken lots of casualties, but lots of reinforcements have come in, and lots happening with my resources now that I can update you with and research. So without further ado, let's check in on Algeria, and then we'll go over to Jonathan and see what's happening with Syria, because he seems to have paused a little bit. Here's a live fight. So one of my infantry was just mopping up land, and I've come across some of the last infantry with Algeria. It's just a normal motorised infantry. It is highly levelled up, but then they're up against... Oh, look! My mechanised has got 2.7 health left out of 27. Okay, he's in trouble. So the 11.8 health on the motorised. I have got my strike fighters coming in. There'll be 23 minutes. And the next attack is in 57 minutes. So my mechanised infantry might just survive by the skin of their teeth. Well, I'll have to go back at the end of the episode and see how he got on. I don't know. Here we've got an Algerian infantry running away because I was driving into them, but I stopped and started papping him with my rocket launcher. So I'll just keep papping away. Not a lot of health taken off. 17.3 out of 20 health. So I've taken off 2.7 probably with each hit every hour. So I'll probably get another 5 off him. Could come at him with these. Go on then. I'll come at him from this direction. No, he's going up there, isn't he? Alright, we'll have to have a think about him. But I'll probably get him with my strike fighters, I guess. Just land grabbing with this guy. The mechanised infantry. I'm moving my rocket launcher now over to the new battlefront in Al Jorf, and interestingly enough, I'm just flying in a strike fighter and another motorised infantry. You can see those 2 lines. Jonathan's bringing in this red line, some AA defence or a radar or something. And what I'm doing is
2 anti-air coming and a radar.
Oh, great. 2 anti-air and a radar. On Al Jorf, you can see I've got a pretty badly injured motorised infantry, so I'm just mustering the most injured troops there. And I'm just moving away the healthy troops here as a muster point, just so they don't mix and average out their life, because I just want the good, strong infantry. And what I've got the option of, because I've got an air base there now in Al Jorf, it's the only air base for miles. The next one is Tripoli and Tunisia, but Tunis, I can fly. I worked out, Jonathan, I can fly people from Al Jorf, really badly injured units, all the way up to Warsaw.
Ooh.
To the level 5 hospital, and so I can get units that have barely got any health into Warsaw by plane pretty quickly, and they'll be healed within a couple of 3 days, and then I can send them back to the front. So there and back again. Oops, just moved something. That's the infantry. Cancel orders. Stay there. So I could try that now, actually. I'm going to have to remember I'm massing troops in Warsaw now. So I'm going to move someone over to Warsaw. If you're happy to have them, you might need to employ a few more doctors and nurses.
It's alright, we've got free healthcare here, subsidised by the government, so it's all cool.
Free for coalition members.
Yeah.
Great. So I don't know how long that's going to take. Let's see, because that's about as far as we can go. Travel time 5 hours 40 minutes. That's absolutely no time at all, is it? That's incredible. And what an advantage to have that in the coalition. So that can mend the soldiers, the troops, but the tanks I'll sit on there, and I may even stack them together to help average out their life, because that might make more sense. But let's see. There's a bit of action going on around here in Egypt, but before we dive into that in some detail, let's see what's happening with Jonathan. So you seem to have come to a bit of a halt. Are you short of troops?
Yeah, well, I have been, and it doesn't look like much, but I've actually taken, I think, 4 more cities since yesterday. So can't remember
Ah,
what I had yesterday, but Amman, Jerusalem, Tel Aviv, Gaza, and actually Limassol as well as will be the latest cities to take. But that's barely any land between them. Doesn't look like much. And I've got 1 troop on the way to Eliat, and then it is just a question of when all of these cities decide to stop going rogue, and then I'll just move through Syria and take a bunch more land. Spent some time taking some of these Russian provinces, but it took about a day to move from Rostov-on-Don to Volgograd and take some of the provinces on the way. It's really like deceptive, like how big some of these provinces are. Like one of these provinces
yeah,
is the size of like all of Israel. So that's going to take a lot more time. Um,
yeah.
but yeah, I'm gradually expanding east, and I will gradually move down into Syria. And I've just started annexing Al Raqqa, as we talked about yesterday,
Oh,
and I'm just pumping up some more troops in the meantime to just give me a bit more capacity.
oh, very nice. First annex. So that's going to take 23 hours. So this time tomorrow, we'll see it annexed. You'll get more resources. I doubt you need much more petrol, though.
I've only got 170 an hour, and everything is like over 200 otherwise, apart from
Yeah.
rares.
I've got 21,000 petrol in the
Good.
bank.
Yeah, I've got enough for now. Like, I haven't really been building boats. I think that's the main drain. There's actually some on the market I can just buy as well, so I'm just going to go for that.
Oh, nice. So you're using the petrol. How much have you got in stock?
6,000 now. I've just run out of
Okay.
supplies. That's been the main thing I've been using, spending them on all my troops. And I've got some spare components if either of you need them for your ships or your tanks or anything like that.
Oh, yes. I definitely need components. And what we'll do is a bit of a sound off with our resources to see what we've all got, because I think we might be surprised. But we'll go up to Tim. What's happening with Russia? They're coming for you.
Yeah, I just noticed that some of the strike fighters in to take that out, so it'll probably be a couple of hits.
Yeah,
So
pretty
just
well
try that thing.
upgraded. It's only got a
Yeah,
1.5 attack against you, though.
indeed. Yeah, going pretty well. Working further up the Norwegian coast. Heading into Ula, which is currently rogue in Finland. And yeah, I reckon I'll have all this pretty much done and dusted in a day or two.
Yeah,
Pretty much
you've
just
got plenty of
provinces.
infantry there to land grab, haven't you?
Yeah, so I think a couple more of these cities will get above that 33% in the south, and then I'll be able to move those on to take more land. In the home cities, it's going pretty well. I managed to get on top of my resource production now, so all the arms industries are well upgraded. So yeah, I'm not struggling for components and electronics anymore. Getting the ships building again, getting another patrol aircraft out. Got the stacks of subs ready. 3 full stacks of ships. So yeah, doing pretty well.
Yeah, that's looking good. I must say I'm starting to get on top of my components as well. So on that note, let's have a sound off for our resources. So I'll go first. I've got 382 an hour for the supplies.
373.
267.
318 for the components.
357.
276.
182 for the fuel.
170.
75.
231 electronics.
215.
162.
143 rare materials.
139.
128.
That's pretty close. 321 manpower. And I've got 27,000 in the bank.
331 and 2,200 an hour. 40k in the bank.
Cool.
Yeah, it's 170 manpower.
$2,160 an hour.
1,558.
Oh, yeah. I didn't realise. I'd already said mine. Yeah, 2,000 an hour, and
Yeah.
also 40,000 cash as well as 40,000 troops.
Very nice. I've got an excess of basically fuel 21,000 and electronics 22,000. What's your biggest excess of useful-ish materials?
Fuel
People.
as well. 17,000 fuel, but kind of need to stockpile it because my ships are going to start getting very hungry for fuel soon. Once they're
Yeah. Well, if you need any electronics, let me know. Put a
I reckon
trade up.
tomorrow I'm short of cash at the moment, but tomorrow I'll be able to buy a nice chunk of electronics.
I've been
What about supplies? Has anybody got some spare supplies?
not really, but I am getting more and more. So give it a few days. But God, you do spend them, don't you? The supplies.
Yeah, I really get through them.
You use a lot in research, so a good 2,000, 2,500 now for research, each research, and then I'm using quite a lot per day, 2,500 per day, whereas components I'm just using 1,000 a day. So I've just spent a lot of time just building local industries everywhere I can on supplies. So for example, one there, one here. And we zoom out, one over here, and I've just realised I've been building so many local industries on supplies. I've got quite a lot. I'm happy now with the production, but I'm boosting my components. So just started building one here, which is on the front line, so it's a bit risky. So it's kind of like, where is it? In between Libya and Algeria in the south, just north of Niger. Right on the front line there's a components local industry square sort of region. So I'm just building local industries everywhere I can, and the investment's really starting to pay off now. I'm noticing the materials coming in a glut now. Oh, Tim, you're moving your big stack of ships down the Suez Canal, is it?
Yeah, I've got them there. I'm probably only going to use them to fight if it's sort of defending you guys. Like, I don't really want to start another war right now unnecessarily, but it's basically there just in case someone comes along and attacks you.
Great.
Oh, are you still at war with Serbia?
I'll check.
Because you could always just shell Mecca just for a bit of fun if you wanted to.
True. Yeah, let's do it. Yeah, Serbia's still at war, so
get those season points.
see if anything's left there.
Yeah.
They've got one more city as well, haven't they? And it's like Sharara. They need to be eliminated.
I had a look at who I was at war with on the big list, and it's just everyone.
Yeah.
You would have thought we'd have eliminated one or two by now, but there's still the odd one island left over. So that's a bit annoying. I took my frigate down to the Canary Islands to try and see if I could discover the mystery of the missing naval troops, but couldn't see anything. So something quite mysterious going on out here on the northwest coast of Africa. I'll get to the bottom of it, but I'll need more than one frigate. In the meantime, I've parked a little stack of boats to the entrance of the Mediterranean, just to watch our backs there. Mainly my back, but as everyone goes past me to the Med, they'll get to you, Jonathan. And then I've got a stack of ships down here on the Syrian-Serbia coast. So we've got Syria and Serbia here now, haven't we? And a rogue state, couple of rogue states on the coast. Because ultimately it'd be nice to go down to where all the yellow territories. I'm in the political view, Ethiopia, and block off the entrance to the Suez Canal. There's like one entrance in that's incredibly strategic, and actually if you have it by the city Djibouti, then you could have land support for your ships as well. So that's quite a strategic point, and when I get down there and take take that land. I'd certainly be aiming for that, to take Ethiopia at some point.
For sure.
Yeah, we'll have to see how that goes. Maybe Tim could help with it, with your ships as well on that point. But we'll have to see where you think your ships are best used. I might be able to just build 2 stacks and have one on the West Mediterranean and one on this end of the Suez Canal near Ethiopia, and that might be enough for me. And then maybe another couple of units to sort of patrol around the Med, just in case there's any leftovers in there hiding somewhere. We'll have to see.
Yeah.
But once I've tied everything up in Algeria and Egypt, the new battlefront will begin, and that'll be pretty interesting. I'll push hard and I'll push fast, because I've got some more news actually for you. I don't know if you've noticed this, and it's quite interesting too. So there's probably about 5 more players in our game than there were yesterday or the day before. So there were about 25 players and now there's 30. So I don't know what's happening there. There's 3 options. There could be some tourists. It's not difficult to find this game. It's got the day we're on. If you look at maybe even the first episode, it might give you the game number. And we could have some game tourists. We could have some people joining who, at the most worryingly, could be gold players wanting to take us on. We could just have some people who want to play and maybe build themselves up and help us along our journey. So I'm not really sure why we've suddenly gained 3 extra players in this game. And remember, it's a live game, live and direct. Put it out about half an hour after we've finished playing each evening, about 8:30 UK time. So that's something interesting to look out for.
Sure. Yeah, I mean, some people might just like dipping into a game that's sort of already progressed quite far through. If a country's sort of just been left intact, but just hasn't had an active player, then some people might like doing that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, followers of the video.
The other development is Brazil. So they've totally taken North America and they're definitely diving into Peru now. Peru are less intact. Bolivia are still intact. And I think they have started to incur into Mexico again, because I'm sure they've got more than they had last time. I mean, people watching this might have a better idea. I think they've got 1 or 2, 3 more territories into Mexico more than they had yesterday. So I think we're going to see a battle for dominance. It may be Brazil that wins, or it's going to be a bit of to and fro, and we'll see who comes out on top. And then just having a look elsewhere on the map. I'm not sure if Mongolia have moved at all, or if they're consolidating. And you, both of you guys are going into Russia now, so they're going to start to feel the bite. So it'll be interesting to see if they send anything back.
Actually, Russia does seem to be active now, because there's level 2 army bases currently being built in a few cities.
Really?
Okay, so this could be a new player. Yeah, there's a level 2 there.
Because they definitely weren't active for a little while, but they might have just become active again in the last couple of days.
But hang on, wait, no, the computer builds level 2 army bases, so they can build it, and then they just churn out the armored fighting vehicles.
No.
That's literally their MO.
Fair enough. I thought it was just the recons and infantry.
Nah. If you go into a city that has been computer owned for after 30 days, you'll come across about 10 armored fighting vehicles, and it's a little bit of a pain.
Yeah, they can be quite tough. They'll certainly pick off some of the more solo units. I'm researching the second till last modern mechanized troops. I'm not far away, so the next upgrade I can do is tomorrow. I'm only 3% away, an hour away from getting the next level up mechanized infantry, so that's going to give me a huge boost defensively and attacking. It's a nice one, so I'll have that for the next attack wave. Having a look at the tanks, so I'm building, I think an engine. Yep, engine upgrade for the tank, battle tank. That's the 3rd level up for the main battle tank, and then I'll go 4th level. That's going to give me core 11 against troops, 10 against tanks, 1.5 against helicopters. I feel as though I should research some air defence, but my mechanised troops will have quite good air defence now. 2 against planes, 3 against helicopters, but on the last upgrade they suddenly become a lot better against the air defence. So it's 3.1 against the planes and 3.7 against helicopters. So that's going to be a huge boost for me because I'm really weak against air defence, but I have been quite strong thanks to the backup from Jonathan. Now, what are you researching, Jonathan?
Good question. Yeah, my planes are still upgrading. That's taken a while. And my mobile anti-air, I'm just upgrading that.
Okay, I'll see you've got some... Oh no, Tim's flying some naval aircraft in as a bit of backup, is it, into Turkey?
Yeah, just collecting 3 of those in Turkey. And then I'm going to patrol somewhere south of Saudi, I think.
Quite a lot of action happening between Warsaw and Ankara.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think patrol though. Like, I'm not expecting Syria or Serbia to have like any boats, so they're probably better off on like the west coast with Alex. That's it.
Okay. Yeah. What are you researching, Tim? What are you building?
So currently researching a sub upgrade and the sub commander. So I should be able to build a sub commander tomorrow afternoon and get that joining on these 4 subs I've got just west of the channel. And then I'll probably sort of take those a little bit further south, then patrol Morocco or Mauritania.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to have a look around the Canary Islands and that west coast of Morocco and around there, then just, yeah, be careful. And who knows, you may solve the mystery of the missing naval troops.
Did some go missing from Morocco?
Yeah, around the Canary Islands. So right. Southwest of Morocco, west. Yeah.
Okay.
And a couple of frigates. I lost a couple of frigates and a corvette and the naval troops. So bit of a potential danger there, but my frigates would have certainly hit back. So we'll have to see.
So in a few days' time, when I've got a couple of cruisers as well, I'd be tempted to just go exploring along the Brazilian coast and just see what's sitting outside Salvador.
Yeah, that could sound good.
He's got an aircraft carrier there.
Yeah.
Take it out, set him back a few days.
Salvador there, yeah, okay. Yeah, because he's got a level 5 naval base. Would that be poking the bee?
Maybe.
Or...
But, he might have most of his attention still turned on sort of the rest of the continent, so might not.
Okay, well, looking good so far. We're in a bit of a phase of consolidation where we're kind of mopping up the last few bits of land with the last few troops we've got available, and then we're going to be starting to get some troops becoming available as the cities that we've taken increase their morale, and we're then able to sort of leave them and move on. Yeah, I'm going to have troops there a while in Algeria, but I've got some freeing up. I've got an excess of troops over here now, I think. Got 1 spare mechanised there, 2 mechanised here. Yeah, I've got 3 mechanised troops in Egypt, and I only need 2 of them to take cities, so I'll have 1 spare mechanised, which I'll be able to send to the new muster point if he's got some good energy, and another mechanised here, so I can build them up with a tank stack and start going against Khartoum. maybe send one mech and one tank into Khartoum and send the other mech just land grabbing. I might be able to just take that country with very few troops. So we'll see how we get on with that. And then once your cities start becoming free, Jonathan, you'll be able to move back into the rest of Syria and
Absolutely.
take out Serbia as well. The last of the Serbians and the Syrians.
Mhm.
So that sounds good. Okay, great update for now then. Any last thoughts before we sign off?
No.
Okay, well, it's goodbye from me, and it's goodbye from them.
So yeah.
Bye.
Over and out.